Hello, friends and neighbors. This is Becky here again to talk to you about divine bubbles that Jesus blows for us to help us move through life, help us grow his kingdom, and help us have the best life that he wants for us. Um, talking, Going back to talking about how I work with kiddos when I'm trying to use bubbles to help them learn to move. I learned to blow bubbles, and let me tell you, it's not without a lot of trial and error where it has to be just the right amount of air blown into the bubbles so it's not too fast, not too big, so it can stay put to the point where I can get the kiddos to reach for it. It's got to be good bubble juice, let me tell you. Um, it's something that I work on a lot, and I have my cat helping me with this today. Yep. Okay, so there's also trial and error on the part of the child while we're doing this. They have a choice to either ignore me and reject me and want to do their own thing, or they have a choice, let me get him out of the way, to work with it. Um, Also, when they're first starting to do this, sometimes they do need to be held a little bit more. They need more support to be able to reach out and get their hands moving and stuff. But if that extra support from other people stays too long, then sometimes they can't learn that, sometimes everything doesn't work out just like they want to. They may see what needs to be done and reach for it, but they don't know how to do it, the best way. They may take little tumbles, and we always make sure these are non-injury type tumbles. It's onto, a surface where they can't get hurt, but they can go, oh, gee, this isn't where I wanted to be. This is uncomfortable. How can I fix it? And each time we do it, they learn a little more and a little more what it takes to be able to get to that bubble and stay upright and not get uncomfortable. I think it's kind of like when Jesus blows us our divine bubbles. He knows just the amount of air, because we're everything God does is God breathed. He knows just the amount of air that he needs to blow into the bubble that is our next job. And he knows how to make it stay. He knows how to put it in just the right place. Um, so he's got his part down, then it's us. It's like, okay, do we see the bubble? Are we discerning? Is this a bubble from Jesus or is this a bubble from our own desires? Takes a little trial and error with that. And sometimes we are allowed to just fall. We're allowed to go, yeah, you reached the wrong direction, and yeah, things are going to be a little uncomfortable here for a little bit. But each time we do that, and he allows us, he doesn't just catch us, he doesn't just rescue us every time. He allows us to live in some of that discomfort because each time we learn from it, we get closer and closer to being able to do what he has in store for us to do. And these aren't things to help us screw up our lives. Jesus doesn't want to do things to help us screw up our lives. We can sometimes handle that just all by ourselves. But these are things that move us to bigger and bigger things. He may have that first bubble he places with just a little bit of a command. And then it gets bigger and bigger. And the stronger we get, the more we're able to withstand when bigger things happen. It's kind of like when I let a child learn to fall onto a carpeted area. Nothing, they get hurt, but yeah, it's uncomfortable. Each time they get stronger and stronger with that, that means when something big, like say they're now at the age they're going to be sitting on a couch, they know just how far they can move so they don't fall and get hurt bigger. And Jesus lets us do the little falls, I think, so we can avoid the really big falls. Unfortunately, we may go through enough time that we don't want to learn with the little stuff. And so, yeah, he lets us learn with some of the big falls. But he's there when we want him to catch us. And sometimes, even when we don't want him to catch us, he's there to catch us. It takes me to a verse in James. Um, known as one of Jesus, actually his half brother. But he talks in James 1, starting at verse 2. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like the wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do. Believers in humble circumstances ought to take pride in their high position. And then I want to skip down to verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial. Having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life the Lord has promised to those who love him. Yeah, being a Christian, Jesus never said it was going to be easy, but he did say he will help us through our trials. He will let us sometimes have to pursue a little bit more, have to work a little harder with his help. And then, you look at it and you go, okay, I'm stronger for that. And he was there when I needed him most. So, hope this feeds your soul a little bit. And, just drop a comment, like, share. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.